The government, in their infinite wisdom, decided to discover whether or not if you gave gin to a sunfish versus tequila, which would make the sunfish more aggressive. Think about it. These are pressing problems. $100,000 to give tequila to sunfish and gin and see which one made them more aggressive. Now, you'd think that's so crazy. Certainly it was one-off, and that we discovered this kind of waste and we made it better. He talked about this for 15 years. And throughout the 15 years that he talked about, the research money going to crazy research like this, that not a penny should be spent on, increased. In fact, fast forward to last year, we're now like 30 some odd years after William Proxmire was talking about this. Last year, the main organization that's probably the most wasteful scientific accumulation of grants up here is the National Science Foundation. What did this body do? Republicans and Democrats, they voted to double the budget for the National Science Foundation. What else do they do at the National Science Foundation? Let's see. Nearly $1 million spent studying whether or not Japanese quail, if you give them cocaine, whether or not they're more sexually promiscuous. Your tax dollars. So anytime they're up here bragging about what they're doing and it's worth borrowing the money, you remind them what they're spending it on. Nearly $1 million to study Japanese quail to see if they're more sexually promiscuous when they take cocaine. Another one, this one was ostensibly for autism. But when they got to the autism, then they sub-granted it and sent it here and there, and you never know where it's lined up. $750,000, and it went to some, let's just call them eggheads, that's the nicest word I can think of, to study what did Armstrong say, what did Neil Armstrong say when he landed on the moon? Was it one small step for man, or was it one small step for a man? $750,000 was spent studying what he actually said. They listened to the crackly old audio from the black and white tapes from the moon landing. And in the end, $750,000 later, they couldn't decide. Was it one step for man, one step for a man? This is the craziness that goes on. And yet it goes on and on and on. But here's what I would tell you is even when it's something justified, so let's say I have family members who have Alzheimer's. My mother-in-law died not too long ago with it. So I have a great deal of sympathy for the disease. And I think we're a big, rich country and a government. We could spend some money on Alzheimer's disease. But at the same time, we can't bankrupt our country. So if let's say we spend $100 million last year on Alzheimer's disease, am I a cruel person for saying we don't have enough money, we should spend $95 million this year? That never happens. Nothing ever gets smaller around here. Everything gets bigger. Everybody that wants something gets it. Put it on Uncle Sam's tab. And we have a $34 going on $35 trillion debt. The biggest payment now in our budget within about a year is going to be the interest on that.